Hi everybody, I am presenting the key takeaways from my case report on implementing a cloud-based warehouse management system for a third-party logistics provider in Singapore. My goal was to raise on-time order to fulfillment above 97% during peak weeks, cut mix-ups and stockouts, and give the real-time visibility from receiving to last-mile dispatch. The operation serves multiple e-commerce brands out of a mid-sized warehouse. Before the project, we ran for a spreadsheet and a basic scanner workflow. That setup struggled whenever promotion hits, inventory accuracy slipped, put away was slow, carrier cutoff were missed, and customer refunds were scrapped up. We had 1 quarter to stabilize a new WMS before a 90-year-old before a year-end lease period. So that the windows was tight, I organized the work around 3 streams: master data cleansing and migration in immigration, and with marketplace and couriers, and redesigned flow processes are across receiving, put away, picking, packing, and dispatch. The first challenge was schedule risk driven by master data. Our legacy record had duplicates, barcodes, mixed units, and mixed carbon dimensions. On paper, migration looked like a technical step. In reality, it was about fixing how the business defined stock. I created a simple cleansing pipeline that flagged errors, flagged the weekly cadence with the brand owners to approve fixes, and rehearsed the full cutover on a copy of production. We tracked the visible data quality score and tried a go or no-go that number instead of optimism. Once the dry run became repeatable, the schedule stopped slipping and confidence returned. The second challenge was a scope creep from a client-specific customization. Because 3PL serves many brands, everybody asks for just one expectation: unique labels, special kiting rules, or branded packing inserts. Each request sounded harmless, but they multiplied test paths and training efforts. I protected the baseline by defining a small set of standards flows that covered most orders: receiving, directed, put away, zone, and batch picking, scan, verified packing, and then pushed every expectation through simple trade-off: what benefit do we get versus time, cost, and operational risk. Some changes moved post-stabilization release, many dropped off. That discipline kept us inside budget and made us training coherent. The third challenge was fragile intentions with couriers and marketplace. APIs behaved nicely in the lab, but in production we hit rate limits and edge cases that weren't in the docs. I put light adapters between the WMS and each platform to isolate differences and log payloads for quick diagnosis. We also ran a clock test that started with systematic orders and measured the time to label print and status confirmation end to end. If I step across a threshold, we investigated immediately, and we kept a safe fallback. If an integration wobbled, the flow could print courier neutral labels and hand manifest, or so trucks still left on time. The fourth challenge was workplace adaptations. Many operations were fast done with the old routines and felt new handled screens slowed them down. Instead, more classroom time. I followed the work on the floor. I shortened prompts, used the language picked and used, and asked to respect operators to trial at the flow and shared the results as at shift change. We trained in production on a small buffer of easy orders, so people learned while delivering. Within a few weeks, scan compliance was universal, pick accuracy crossed 99%, and average pick time fell despite the learning curve. The fifth challenge was performance at peak load. Doing campaigns, order lines, doubles, and services got noisy. I instrumented the WMS so we could see the queue lengths and response times, then rehearsed a 2 hours systematic spike at the 1.5 hours of a peak. We also wrote the practical playbook for supervisors during a spike: delay low priority inventory moves, pause non-critical reports, and switched to wave size tuned to each drone capacity. We printed a playbook and kept it at the dispatch desk. When the real time arrived, few time rose but stayed within our deadlines, and we didn't miss the last truck.